Sit down, that's fine.
I think I better sit here because it says I have an opening address and I don't have it. But I will make some remarks. I wonder why it's warm in here. Is there anybody from the LCA there? Gabriel, help me call somebody from the LCA and see if we could look at the air conditioning. Welcome, good morning. BNLF and I go back quite a number of years. I'm really so proud of the efforts that they make to keep the dialogue between legal perspectives in Britain and Nigeria going. And it's really to be commended. How many years is BNLF?
18 years.
18 years. Okay, a round of applause. It's not often that you see particularly voluntary organizations that have no intended profit-making motives last that long, particularly in an environment like this, because BNLF also draws from its Nigerian perspective. And that's probably one thing that both the finance sector and the legal sector needs to be able to combat, the transformation of businesses. I suppose that's a thing for another conference one day, succession in Nigerian businesses, and look back from a British perspective. Because we still need to be able to combat the founder syndrome, the ability of a founder to transform into a team player and release his creative baby for posterity. So I think that would be a very good topic to look at. But this season's conference, the trends in the finance sector and the regulation. I noticed that the chairman was able to put regulation inside there somewhere, because I know that's the area she practices in. So it portends to be a very, very, very engaging afternoon. Some really brilliant speakers I can see lined up. But it calls to consider, both from an industry perspective as well as from a legal perspective, the question of the regulator. And I heard I thought I'd get more than that, because regulators in Nigeria still have a long way to go. In the business climate in Nigeria, a regulator is often seen as a revenue earner. And if you look at the job of the regulator being to protect, to promote, to maintain, to keep standards, and above all, to have autonomy, you will find that there is no way that the regulator's focus can be revenue. And once a regulator focuses on revenue, his job will then turn to destroying, disrupting, eliminating, suffocating, and ultimately killing the industry he's been called upon to promote. And the experience for Nigerian businesses has been a harrowing one. Regulation is a very, very important element in any industry, in any part of an economy. Regulation is what builds the confidence that allows industries to grow. And you can see from today's theme that the central and important role of regulation is the focus that we should all try and bear in mind. And I don't know who's out there. Maybe the next chairman of NNPC is outside in this gathering. So it'll be good for people to speak to each other about those aims and objectives that aren't revenue driven. A regulator earns revenue because it performs a service. And if in promoting and protecting that industry, revenue is generated, it is nothing but a byproduct. The main aim is not to seek to fill the government's coffers at the expense of the industry. And some of what I'm saying sounds fairly obvious, and I think it's probably obvious to this gathering. But unfortunately, I don't think there's any public officer here. Is there any public official here? Yeah, there you go.
They should be the ones who
there you go. So that's probably why what I'm saying sounds obvious to you. Because if I was in a room full of public servants, they would have left the office, they would have left the room. And having commingled with them for a very brief period, as Babs was reciting, very brief period, I'm aware that this is one of the shortcomings that we have. But just to turn attention to the finance sector, and to say that I'm a very proud member of the board of a fintech. I find it exciting. I can't wait for board meetings. Board meetings generally are dreary things full of spreadsheets. Full of spreadsheets and what have you. I serve on the board of a company called InterSwitch. And you know, it's a visionary company founded by a chap at a very young age. It's a multi-million-dollar company now. And I always say to him, to his embarrassment, and to the embarrassment of the board, that, you know, this is social entrepreneurial. That kind of business that you're allowed to make profit while doing good for society. And I say that because, you know, in just the other day at another conference, the whole purpose of fintech, to my mind, and I make experts might prove me wrong, the whole purpose of financial technology has been to bridge that gap that regulators have allowed to exist by over-regulating a sector that is so vital to the economy, the finance sector. So that over-regulation has produced a disruption, and that disruption is fintech. And what that has brought about is to bridge the gap between people who require the services that fintech bring, whether it be banking or financial management or payments or what have you. But that is the byproduct of poor regulation. And the reason why you see the explosion of fintech in a continent like Africa is because there are many countries that behave like Nigeria. They over-regulate sectors. And that's why the disruptive element and the explosion of something like fintech has been greater on the African continent. I have no figures to prove this, but my sense is that that's probably why that's happening. So the trends that we will be looking at throughout the day, the trends, I hope, will not result in everybody leaving here thinking that the trends of the finance industry requires further regulation. And I think the sector cannot exist without regulation. But I don't think the idea is to come up with resolutions or beliefs or conclusions at this conference to then say, oh, I got it. When they appoint me the chairman of CBN, I'm going to introduce more regulation. And in the company that I say that I serve on the board of, without being indiscreet, it is the lack of regulation in certain areas that has allowed these services to reach the unbanked, the informal business, the people who require these services. The entrepreneurs, the sole traders, these small and medium-sized companies that people look down on, small businesses, have been the beneficiaries of this disruption that has been brought about from this, there are no public demonic regulators. Yeah. You know, and you can quote me. But you know, just to say, looking at yes, remember, no press. Yeah, so just to say that it looks like it's going to be a very exciting afternoon. Some of my favorite speakers are here. I always say that to the embarrassment of Andrew. I really love listening to you. If you haven't listened, just make sure you pay attention. I wish you all a happy celebration. And I'm sure that at the end of the day, we'll have lots to talk about. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to the speakers'